Hey guys, you're watching GladrapChannel.
Two professional middleweights scheduled for 3 rounds of action. Introducing first, making his way to the red corner, here comes Joshua Marsters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Auckland 8, Dare to be Great. With you tonight, Isaac Savage from GladraP. Right next to me, we've got the champ himself, Shay, Mr. Business Brock, and coming down these stairs now, this escalator, is Joshua Marsters at an ETK gym. First up, representing the kickboxers tonight. Shay, how do you think this is going to go down?
Wow, it's such a prestigious gym, isn't it? And well, Jason said he hosts the 8-man tournament himself, so he'll have experience on his side at least.
In the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Sivan Hermez.
And Sivan Hermez, we know how tough he can be.
Talk about a guy that just gives no two stuffs about going into a fight against whoever, whenever, wherever. He'll just throw down and never go down.
Well, that's the thing. He's pretty much fought everyone and anyone who is anyone in New Zealand and Australia.
You know, you talk about somebody that's durable. I often talked in previous fights about wanting to clone this man or take a splice of his DNA because whatever he's made out of is indestructible.
Originally from Iran.
I was actually in ETK gym earlier this week, watching Joshua Marsters throw down on the pads, looking very fit, looking very sharp.
All right.
Obviously from a kickboxing background and just going to be throwing hands tonight.
Fight number 2, the 8-man eliminator. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the ring wearing black trunks with red and white trim. Weighing in at 71.6 kgs. He is on professional debut right here tonight. Give it up for Joshua Marsters.
Well, I'll be interested to hear your opinion on how he's going to go.
And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, enters the ring wearing black trunks with silver trim. He has 5 wins, 14 losses, with 4 big wins coming by way of KO. Weighing in at 72.5 kgs, this is Sivan Hermez.
This is Sivan's world, though.
3 threes with the bell rings. Referee in charge is the Rebel John Conway.
He might be a bit smaller, but he certainly makes up for any size difference with heart and durability. This man, Sivan, just not go down. This is going to be a very, very interesting fight.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing about Sivan. I'll give him a 100% rating on heart. Definitely, absolutely.
And look at the logo there. Respect, all, fear, none on the shorts there of Joshua Marsters. The ETK logo from the man himself, the psycho, Jason Suddy, the guy that pretty much has formed a legacy here in New Zealand in terms of the 8-man and winning 6 world championship titles himself.
Yes, quite the legend in his own respect.
You know, we actually were talking to him earlier this week as well on our show Turning Point, which can be found on GladrapChannel. A 30-minute interview with the man himself. It was actually a humbling and riveting experience getting to know him on such a personal level. But here we go now. He's got one of his boys fighting tonight. Joshua Marsters there in the black shorts and chest tattoo, and Sivan in the black shorts with the silver trim.
And as always, coming forward, that go forward style, never back down.
Did you see that massive uppercut just shoot towards the sky like a rocket ship, just missing Joshua? I mean, Even if it had again, those uppercuts. And look at that, he threw the overhand right, but Sivan beat him to it, and it almost put him off balance. It just goes to show, Sivan is the shorter guy. He is probably going to be a bit feistier. But seeing Marsters come forward now, he's looks like he's starting to get into his groove.
Well, I think that's all. Sivan obviously trying to upset him early, upset his groove rather. And well, Marsters is just patient. He's taking his time. He's seeing what Sivan has to offer, and then he's slowly picking away, trying to find the shot.
One thing I love about Sivan too, he always looks furious. He just looks like he's mad, and he wants to put the guy away. He just ate a massive shot there. He got chinned again from Marsters. Again.
But he doesn't know. He doesn't know to step backwards, does he?
You know, we're talking about that uppercut, and he's launching. He's just coming forward like a pocket rocket. He's like an out-of-control bull terrier, and this is the way and what we love about his style, right, Shane?
Well, we know from experience he can punch. He does, out of his 5 wins, he does have 4 by KO. One of his big KOs coming over in Australia as well.
And that's the thing, like, he'll just continue forward, although, as I said that, he did eat a couple of huge shots from Marsters. You know, they did come in at probably a similar weight, but it does look like Marsters is walking around. Oh, a big left hook there from Marsters as well. And a right. The thing, though, with Sivan, he can take a shot till the cows come home. He's just going to keep going forward.
Absolutely.
See, look at that.
You're going to have to give him something special to back him off. Marsters, I love his patience, but then there's too patient. I mean, especially when you have Sivan coming forward so much, you got to show him some respect back, or get him to respect you, rather.
Yeah, and you're right. Look, the thing is, Marsters is landing the power shots. However, with Sivan coming forward, punches and bunches, if this goes the distance and the judges are watching it from different angles, you never know how they're going to score this.
Yeah, but definitely, like you said, Josh Marsters landing the cleaner shots. Most of Sivan's mostly landing on the shoulders, on the gloves.
You saw Marsters sort of have a low guard out there. They're trying to duck the shots, but I wouldn't ever try get it too confident with the Sivan, because, you know, those bloody rocket launcher uppercuts or those hooks he's throwing could put down anyone.
Well, you never want to get complacent in the ring, do you? I mean, we've seen it in a couple of the earlier fights where the fighters got a little bit complacent, copped a couple, and then, well, they kind of wake them up. Okay, I'm in a fight. I need to stick to my game plan. But I like the work that Josh Marsters is doing. He's very patient, picking his shots very well, and when he does, he's like the quiet guy in the room. You know, he only speaks when he has something important to say, and that's exactly what Marsters is doing. He's only firing when he has something.
So, what would you say Sivan's like then? Just he's like the guy in the room that just says anything anytime, and
he's
just
a big mouth. He runs his mouth.
But hey, insane! I love his style. I love how he comes forward. Never say die. This is, you know, we always talk about styles make fights,
and the crowd love that sort of thing. And the other thing is, we were talking about, you know, the strategies coming into this 8-man style tournament, coming forward relentlessly for 3 rounds, and you know that could play a part, because I mean, you don't have the 6th, the 8th, the 10th where you start to wear, and then the more patient fighters get on top of you.
100%. And you know, we talk about the durability of Sivan. He just maintains the same pace no matter how bad he gets rocked. And you know, you're starting to see the boys glow now. They're starting to get their shine on.
Yep.
Oh!
Just as we say that, beautiful combination there by Josh Marsters. Straight down the middle, and Sivan looks hurt. He looks very hurt.
Joshua Marsters, he is looking like one to watch. What a lethal combination that was.
Quick glance over to his corner, getting the nod, obviously. What
Jason
he's doing
Suddy
right.
will be stoked. Sivan just keeps coming forward though. This guy is absolutely an animal, made from something else. He doesn't even look like that rock now. He looks like he's recovered.
Well, Sivan is going to have to pull something out the back, because that being a 10-8 round, the best he can do is draw, unless he catches Josh, as well.
Obviously, Josh sensing the urgency. Maybe he's had some words too from his his mentor, his trainer, Jason Suddy.
Yep.
The fact that you don't want these to go to the third round in an elimination type tournament.
Especially if you do have the potential to put your opponent away. We saw in the first fight, Jerome Pascour, second round as well, put his opponent down, and the referee ended up putting a stop to that one.
And even just thinking about the match between Marsters and Pascour, if that does get lined up, gets me quite excited. That would be an absolute barn burner, wouldn't it, Shay?
Oh, absolutely. And a clash of styles. You know, we got the patient, but well, not so patient now. You know, he's starting to let his hands go. But then we got the style, the counterbox angles, the plethora of angles that Jerome comes at you. So,
body shot right
body
to
shot.
the rib cage.
He did not like that at all.
You know, when you get rocked with body shots like that, it's a moment where you think, what am I doing here? Why am I here?
And what is this
What
guy
have I
made
done?
of? He's sucking it in. I don't see this going much longer.
Did you see the way he moved to an angle, then sunk another left body shot, and now he's going for the head body again?
Well, he knows that the body is that's the kryptonite that he's been looking for. And it's only the second round. Can Hermez survive this round?
This is obviously Josh's first debut as well for boxing, and he's one to watch, Shay, for a performance like this first up.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
Sivan.
he's going against a seasoned fighter as well in Sivan. So, yeah, I feel like he may have let the foot off the pedal in that last round, being that he does have a potential 2 more fights to come up. He knows he's got this this fight in the bag. Maybe just let it go through the round and go into cruise control.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad way of looking at it. The thing is, too, you can probably never take your foot off the gas with Sivan, but his power will be diminishing. He almost is on his last legs here, Shay. He's been dropped twice.
Yep.
But he still does have the power and potential to finish Marsters, but I just feel Marsters is, he's going to be too slick. He's too active, and I don't think he's going to let Sivan get inside.
Yeah, from what we've seen, it's going to be a hard road for Sivan, but, if anyone can do it,
This is why we
the
love watching him
Raging
fight.
Bull. He calls himself the Raging Bull, and he calls himself that for a reason.
He certainly lives up to that fight name. He is like a little Raging Bull, isn't he?
Maybe a little reminiscent of Jake LaMotta, the Raging Bull himself. Just a tad bit reminiscent.
He's sort of got that look about him too, doesn't he?
That's mostly what I was referring to.
Big uppercut there.
Uppercut there on the angle as well. So he kind of pivoted and threw it as he was coming in.
And this is the beauty of, you don't see too many crossovers from kickboxers and them start moving and working these angles like this, and it's great to see. I mean, he's in and out, coming forward, he's choosing his
Just
shots.
showing something different to what you see from a conventional boxer, what you're used to seeing.
After this one performance I've seen from him tonight, I'm really looking forward to him progressing, if he does from this fight, and then even future fights, Shay. This guy's going to be one to mix it up in this weight division in New Zealand.
I couldn't agree more with you on that one. And if he continues to box after this, really looking forward to seeing more from him. Obviously a successful boxer in his own regard.
What we've got to remember too, the winner of tonight's fight gets a crack or an opportunity at the IBO title. So it's not just taking home the 5K and bragging rights, it's also a pathway to a future world title and elevating yourself to that worldwide status.
Yep, well that's the beauty of it. You don't just go home with the bragging rights, like you said. You got to now put in the mahi and prepare yourself for a title, a regional title fight.
But in saying that too, Shay, if you can take out this tournament, you are a worthy contender for that. If you can beat 3 guys in one night over 9 rounds, you are definitely a worthy contender of that title. And I don't know who holds it at the moment, if it's vacant, but they'll be certainly put on notice, or it will certainly put that belt into the limelight when the person tonight that wins is going to get an opportunity to fight for it. We're getting into the latter part of round 3 now, and you never want to call a fight too early. Oh, just as I say that, Sivan takes one on the chin.
I think you know, Sivan, he's obviously down in the fight. He needs to show something a little bit more than this. Maybe he's just trying to survive to the end, you know, just to keep his mana intact. But he's starting to eat shots. You know, the more he comes forward, the more he tries to push, press the issue, the more he's eating shots from Josh Marsters.
Just as we say that, Sivan took a big left jab. You saw the eyes sort of go back a bit, but he just keeps coming forward. He's like an Energizer bunny that does not have an off button, Shay.
Well, I'd love to see him hold his hands up a little bit higher than that as he comes into the last moments of the fight.
Never say die, Sivan. The Raging Bull did not stop till the end. Obviously, we're going to go to the judge's decision for this one. And I would be very surprised to see it go any other way but to ETK in this situation.
Absolutely. Start off, like we said, start off the more patient of the two. The Raging Bull coming out as he usually does. But Josh Marsters, you know, he weathered that early storm, picked his shots well, and done just enough in that first round. Found his spot, found his opening in the second, and wow, yeah, very lopsided second round.
All right, fighters to the center ring, please.
Rebel John Conway now for the official decision of the second eliminator fight.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For your winner, moving on to the semifinals a little bit later on here tonight, fighting out of the red corner, Joshua Marsters.
There are Sivan very respectful as well, you know. And how can you not be after you just shared 3 rounds, blood, sweat and tears with another man throwing down? You'd be the same after most of your fights too, Shay. You always shake hands with the guy after.
Oh, absolutely. You know, they call us the gentleman's sport, and that's exactly why. You know, you show respect. Any beef that you may have had before the fight, you know, it's all squashed on the ring. And yeah, and at the end of the day, it is a sport. We don't, you know, from the outsider's point of view, it's 2 guys slugging it out, but when you're being in the game, it is a sport, and there is, you know, a sweet science to this.
Talking about the sweet science, we've got John Santos and Harley Love up next.